Hello. I kind of wanted to just come on here and talk about an experience I had, like when I went to the Grand Canyon, because it's like amusing now that I look back at it. But when I was in that situation, I was distraught. Okay, so I went to Yellowstone and had a kitchen apartment for most of my stay there, most of my 10 months there. 10, 9 months, I don't know. Um, I had my own room, there was a kitchen, living room, the whole shebang. And then, it got old. It really did. It got old. There was like hostilities that I didn't want to get mixed up in. So I was just like, gonna go. So I applied to the Grand Canyon. I asked them the questions. I have a great interview, video interview. And I'm like, okay, awesome. We're going to the Grand Canyon next. It's about to be awesome. And so I'm like, I tell everyone, I was like, hi everyone, okay, I'm leaving. Da 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 da. And what did I do? Okay. So I fly to the Grand Canyon. I get a rental car. I drive, because I did not have a car. This is an important thing. I did not have a car my whole Yellowstone stay, which was like okay, a-okay. It was like no problem getting to and from the main town because they had a bus. But I get to the Grand Canyon, I get a rental car, I drive down there, and I'm golden. I have to rent a car for a little longer, and I'd be able to like drop off the car and get a ride back to whatever. So I get there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. They're like onboarding me. It took a long time. It took a really long time. I was like sitting in the what is it, the lobby of the hotel that I was going to be working at, and I was working at the hotel gift shop. But I was sitting in a lobby and they had so many like taxidermy heads on the wall. I was like, oh, this is kind of creepy. And I was like texting my friends in Yellowstone, like, oh my gosh, look at all this. Like, there's just so many different types of deer, elk, like, no, bison on the wall. And I'm like, what? And I was like, oh well, whatever. It's fine, I guess. So it took a really long time for them to like come and get me, which was honestly like the first thing of like their miscommunication, because they didn't know I was coming, or they had a mix up with another guy. Actually, no, that's another story time. But yeah, so there was a guy who was supposed to be hired the same day as me, and then he got caught up in something, and park rangers and police had to come, and I was like, so that's why they were late. I'm remembering it now. But still miscommunication. It gets in there. So they're onboarding me. They're like, okay, so you're gonna drive over here, and this is gonna be your room. This is gonna be the housing that you're staying in. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. There's like public transportation from this housing, because I saw that the housing was like 30 minutes away. I was like, oh, in Yellowstone, I could like walk to and fro work, 10-minute walk. But this is 30-minute drive away. And I'm like, oh, there's public transportation to this location. They're like, oh no, you could drive to and fro. And I'm like, this is a rental car. This is a rental car, so no, I can't go to this housing No. And they're like, oh, well, we can put you in the housing behind the hotel. I said, bet. And that's better. Why didn't you offer that first? I don't want to drive 30 minutes anyway. And then I'm like, okay, so where's this? I'm like, okay, so where's the kitchen? There's like a kitchen we can use, right? And they're like, no, if you stay in the one behind here, there's no kitchen. Those are just rooms with bathrooms attached. And I'm just like, y'all said I could have a kitchen. And they said, oh, yeah, the housing that you drive to, those have kitchens. And I'm like, um, I was, this was discussed in the interview because I asked, hey, do you have kitchens? And I didn't. I guess it's partly my fault. I did not disclose that I would be not coming with like my own transportation. And they were like, okay, they thought that car was mine. And I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like distraught. Again, vegan. So they made meals. If you lived in that housing behind that hotel, they made meals for you. And you did not get to decide what you eat and whatnot. And most of the time, this was like a struggle. Again, I only stayed there for 1 month. So I another thing is that I was told that there was like reliable public transportation, reliable affordable public transportation from the park to Flagstaff, the nearest town, so I could go to Walmart like whenever I wanted. That was shut down. No, actually, it was supposed to start back up the month I went to the Grand Canyon, but they stopped it. They postponed it again. This was like again around COVID. They're like, no, because of COVID, we're gonna extend it out. It should start back up in May. I went there around March, and I was like, oh, so many things are falling apart, and I'm not supposed to. I'm a girl who believes in signs and whatnot, whatever. I was like, okay, I can't cook for myself, and I did end up getting like a hot plate, even though I was not supposed to do that, and that barely helped. But hey, whatever. But I was like, okay, one, I can't cook for myself really a lot. Two, I can't go to I can't go grocery shopping in the main town. They had a grocery store there, but it was not the best grocery store. And everything was so overpriced. So and then throughout my time there, um, it was just a lot of miscommunication. They were a lot of miscommunication. I thought I'd have my own room. Last week I was there. They're like, you're getting a roommate. I was like, oh my gosh. It was the rooms they put me in, while I was grateful for it, was kind of gross. There were spiders. It was dusty, and it was like kind of a scary situation. I'm not gonna lie. But it was right by the hotel that I was working in. It was just like a 5-minute walk. So I'm like, but through my time there, the whole month of living there, my main thing was not being able to really eat the way I wanted to eat and cook the way I wanted to cook, because I make myself very nutritious meals, and I was kind of having to scrap things together. I lost like 10 pounds in a month, and I was like, I gotta go again. Oh my gosh. So, me being the kind of non-confrontational person I am, I made like a whole dramatic scene. I was like, my health is being affected. Sorry, guys. I'm leaving tomorrow. I had a phone interview with the next park that I got to, Mesa Verde, and that's a whole other thing that I would tell a story about. But I got a thing for Mesa Verde, phone interview, hired on the spot. And the next day I said, bye guys. And they were like, what about your health? I was like, y'all are starving me. I didn't tell them that. I just said, I don't want to disclose. And I left. Went to Mesa Verde. That drive was so beautiful because I went through Native American reservations. But yeah, that's another story. But this is my story time, or just like me recounting one that national park thing, because it was quite funny, like now that I think about it, because you never know what you're gonna get, man. You don't. It was really funny. And that last day I was in the Grand Canyon, the day I left, I got me another rental car. How did I get that rental car? I don't know. Okay, I remember. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I was like, how did I have transportation? Okay, never mind. I had to pay a bus fare of like, I had to pay expensive transportation fare to go get a rental car. And I came back that last day that I was in the Grand Canyon was the first day that I actually went to check out the Grand Canyon. I was there for a whole month. When I was in Yellowstone, checked out the park first day, second day, the whole first week. Roommate, beautiful roommate. She said, let's go to the park. I said, let's go. Other roommate, she was like, we going to the park. I said, yes, we are. Grand Canyon for a month, and the last day I was there, I went to the park. No hospitality. People were saying, yeah, we could da da da, we da da. Never happened. But I love my experience. The park was beautiful. That company, very just disorganized. I would say unprofessional. Last time I heard, the company got like they relinquished their, sorry y'all, they relinquished their property, some of their properties there, and now it's owned by another company. So I'm like, I hope it's doing better now. So I can't really say, hey, don't go or go. But yeah, no, ask specific questions. Hey, I don't have transportation. Am I still gonna have access to a kitchen? What is the living situation like? Can you please like send me some sort of like pictures or whatnot? I feel like they would definitely like help you out on that one. I would not have chosen that living situation. Again, I thought I was gonna be in like the nice housing with the kitchens. I think they had like a whole like trailer park of, or some sort of housing park. I don't freaking know how it even looked. I didn't go there. But I'm rambling now. That's my story time. Park was beautiful. Hotel was beautiful, but unprofessional. But they could not get staff though. They couldn't get staff because of the whole COVID situation. They couldn't offer everything on the menu. People were kind of upset about that, and it was like, so can't really fault them all on that. But the company was handling stuff in a weird way, but I don't know. All right,